It's another day, people. And I have another treat for y'all. Story time. Today's story time is gonna be something near and dear to my heart. Something I care about very much, and that's booty. Okay, there's a situation where a lot of ups and downs with the night, but I think overall everything worked out well. You're gonna see what I'm talking about when we get into it. So let's get it. All right, so today's story was a club night. It was me and three of my friends, and I think they brought some people. The core group was like 4 of us, right? So we pull up, we're in Atlanta, and we were going to this place. I think we were going to this place called the Quad. It's like a
warehouse or something that people host events out of. So when you go, it's like the night can be different, and
we knew that today was like trap night, some hood activity taking place. We pull up at this little rinky-dink parking area. The spot to pay isn't even like a machine or anything. It's like these little slots, and you had to like put money in it. So we pay up, we get in line, and you know it's Atlanta because it's just 40s and black and milds filling the air, right? Beautiful, hometown scent going on there. So I'm inhaling those noxious gases, and I can already tell the night's gonna get a little weird because people don't know how to act in line. Classic. There's booty in the trees, people twerking everywhere already. We're not even in there yet, and it's just wah, 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 wah. You know what I'm saying? We finally get in, and it wasn't looking too good. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't looking too good. It was a lot of dudes, a lot of men in there. I couldn't throw a rock without hitting them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here for one thing. I got one thing in mind, and that's booty. I came for the twerk. You know what I'm saying? We treat it like an Olympic sport out here, so I was very serious about it. I'm looking around, you know what I'm saying? I'm perusing the area. I'm like, where are the females? Tired of seeing dudes. And I see one thing shaking in particular that caught my eye. All the way at the front. You see a girl really throwing it. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You see a girl really throwing it, really putting her whole back into it. It's just something that it just stirs your soul up. You get kind of feral. So I'm starting to I'm starting to turn, and I'm like, I want that. So I'm making my way through. I'm making my way through the crowd. I'm like, get off me. You know what I'm saying? I'm busting my way through. Who gonna fight me? I get to the front, right? So I'm like, obviously, if I could see this from the back of the place, somebody's got to be working on this. Not a single person. Everybody's watching her throw. I was most particularly disappointed in this man. He was literally 2 inches away from it. So she's throwing it, right? She's just throwing it. He's but he's not dancing with her, right? He's just staring her down while she's throwing that. So I'm like, what are we doing here? So I let the song finish, right? There's half the song left. So I'm watching what he's gonna do here. No movements being made. So I decided to implement a signature move of mine. If you know me, if you've seen me in a twerk friendly environment, you've seen me do this before. Very dangerous move. I really only get away with it because no one's gonna fight me in a club. I'm too big to fight. They're just gonna shoot me. I'm gonna have to get up and show you all this movement. So this whole form I have is it gets 2 things done for me. All right, one, it's gonna allow me to make enough room, right, clear the area out of guys that aren't trying to do anything with this but are gonna be breathing on me while I'm trying to get twerked on, right? So what I do is, the closest man, unfortunately, it was this dude that was right next to her, right? I'm up, right? I'm up. Let's say this is the dude. First thing I'm doing, I'm putting this whole thing on his chest, right? I'm laying this thing down, right? So I get a good palm to chest connection. Then the next step is I gotta get my body, all right? So I step in and I get my leg up to the sky. And I'm talking about like foot up, toes twinkling. And then I press him off of me and I get that leg down. You know what I'm saying? Really good bass. Real good bass. Real good bass. Almost like a horse stance. And now I'm saddled. I got him off of me. You know what I'm saying? I stiff armed him. And now I'm saddled up. I'm ready to go. I can, you know what I'm saying? Everything's loose now. Except for the bass. Got that man off me. Get off of me. Saddled up. Now I'm in it. This is where, like, any of my stories, this stuff starts going on. Actually, before I get into that, I'm gonna give you guys a little side story. I've done this move in public, because usually the victims of this were at like college, right? Because that's usually where like most of the like partying I did. I didn't really go out like that, but I was definitely in the frat houses. So there's only a couple instances in public that I've had to really implement this technique. And another one of them, damn, same people. I mean, a couple of the same people were with me. I think it was at like Mansion Alon. Let me make sure. Oh, I don't have my phone on me. Whatever. We were in a club. I'm pretty sure it was Mansion. And this girl was throwing it. Goddess, right? She was up on a platform. You know what I'm saying? She was, you know what I'm saying? She was throwing that thing. I mean, I was literally, I was half excited, half fearful for her life. I was like, she's not gonna be able to move at all after this. I was like, I gotta have it. It's like, I want that. So I'm moving up. Same scenario. Dude's just like, but very close to it. So I'm like, what is happening? So y'all already know. Hand, bow, foot, and I get off me, and I got in that thing, right? I'm saddled up. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to ride. I'm not letting go. It's like a roller coaster, and you don't want to get thrown off that thing. Think about a bull rider, right? When they get on the bull and they're, oh, right? You don't want to fall off. If she starts throwing that thing, if she starts yiking, you need to be able to, you know what I'm saying? You need to be able to stick on. That's what a lot of y'all don't get. Don't put, ladies, I gave y'all a tip last video. Guys, this is for you. Let me fix this camera. This is for you. Do not, unless you just don't want to be there, she starts throwing it on you, don't pull up on this chick, especially if you're tall. Because, you know, with me being tall, girls be twerking on my kneecaps and my thighs. No, I don't want that on my quads. When you're pulling up, excuse me, sir, you know what I'm saying? And you're right here, don't be standing getting twerked like you're like you're ordering at McDonald's. All right? You need to have, you know what I'm saying, get your legs apart. You know what I'm saying? If you're tall, get your knees ready. It's gonna feel like you just had leg day. You cannot avoid that, all right? Get down, and you just gotta have it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You gotta get involved. A lot of y'all just wanna be sitting there, looking at it like you're all stiff in the club, can't loosen up. Don't do that, it's whack. Be there, you wanted to be there. Get in it like you wanted to be there. So look, anyway, I'm back at it. Hand, foot, sky, you know what I'm saying? And then I drop that thing down, get off of me, and I'm in there, you know what I'm saying? And she just throwing it. So I'm with it, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm all up in it. I'm gonna tell you, ladies, the best thing, the best feeling in the club a man can get is when a girl's throwing it, and she does that little, you know what I'm saying? She looks back to make sure you're cute. Ooh, I'm just kicking this camera around. What's it called? She does that little look back to see if you're cute, and you pass the cute test. and she just keeps throwing it. And that's the best feeling. On the flip side of that, the worst feeling is when she looks back and she stops throwing it, because then you're ugly. So the usual steps are get into form. I'm locked in. I'm anticipating the look back. Get the look back. If I'm cleared, we in it. It's gonna be a good night, right? So she's been throwing it for about like 20 seconds of this song, and she has not looked back. So I'm like, wow, this girl is focused. I'm like, man, she's not even thinking about who's back there. She's just happy to be here. So then, you know, a few more seconds, and I kind of glimpse the dude, and he's pissed. But he's not gonna fight me, and we know that he's not gonna fight me. So I'm like, man, hopefully he just doesn't shoot me in the back. Right after I got done looking at him, I looked up. She looks back, and she stops dancing. So now I'm like, I'm ugly, and I'm about to get shot. Now I'm like, what's happening, right? I'm looking at her. She's looking at me, she's looking at him, and I'm like, you know? And she's like, that's my boyfriend.
You're a f***ing idiot.
And I'm like, wow, I was all up on this man's, I was all up on his girl's doonies for about like 45 seconds of this song, and he not only did not stop me, but watched it take place. So, like, so they start arguing, right? Because she's like, why would you just let another man dance with me? And he's like, well, why would you just be dancing with another man? And I'm like, bro, look, that was his L to take, because I don't know why he just let me do that and didn't stop me. Like, hey, bro, that's my girl or something, please. But I just kind of looked at them both and I was like, have a good night. I bounced on that one. Found something else to do. Back to the main story. I saddled up, you already know. She looks back, I get the all clear, and we take flight, you know what I'm saying? We're good to go. I'm working, and this is, okay, so this is where stuff kind of, you know, takes a dip. I planted well, but on my plant foot, so the right foot's my plant foot, right? That's the one that goes to the sky, twinkle, twinkle, and drops, right? And once I planted, I didn't realize that I had landed in somebody's spilled drink. Now we have, because you know, while you're in it, you have to do some maintenance, like a maintenance check, right? Like, all right, where are my legs at, right? Are they good? Am I about to pass out? How long have I been squatting for? It's just like you gotta make sure your body's up, but still stay focused on the task at hand. And so I was in the middle of a maintenance check, and my right foot was not stable. So this is now starting to become a safety risk, a health hazard. Because she's throwing her whole soul out. And so my balance is really contingent on these two things being planted firmly into the ground. She throws left cheek, right cheek. In my current state, I could not handle that movement. And my right foot goes. And if there's one thing you just don't want to do in the club, is fall. First off, the ground's nasty as hell. Also, that's just not a good look. Unless you're with somebody who's gonna like work off of that, like you hit the ground and she just drops, you know what I'm saying? But that's a lot to ask for. So my right foot just goes, right? Like feet are planted, right foot just goes, and I'm falling back now. I'm in free fall. And I just remember it was almost like in slow motion. I was just lost. I was like, once my back hits the ground, I'm getting up, I'm going home. I don't care what my friends do. I probably won't talk to them anymore. I gotta move. You know, it's just a lot of things going through my head. My life is really about to change off of this right now. I was kind of just accepting my fate, right? Because at this point, I'm like 90 degrees, right? One leg in the air. And this is really out of my, I can't really save myself at this point. And you know how some things just, it's just not your time. I don't think it was my time to fail there. I was saved. Someone came through for me, not one of my friends, you know what I'm saying? Some friends I have. I mean, when I tell you, it scared me, right? Because I'm falling back, all of a sudden, I'm stuck, I get caught. So I'm like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? I thought this was the end. I look under my arms, right? I got caught like this, look under my arms, too strong. I mean, like, this dude's arms were like this big. It was kind of scary. And he was matte black. I'm talking like no shine. So I really didn't see what caught me because the whole club's dark already. And then these two, I mean, damn near navy blue dark arms come in, hook me, right? I'm like, what the hell? I look up, it's dreads all in my face. I'm like, yo. And he moves them out, and this man's like,
oh, you ain't dropping today, bro. I got you.
I swear. Okay, so this, I know this doesn't really sound like real, but he's like,
I got you.
I'm, flustered. I'm about to cry. I'm looking at him, and he was like, you ain't dropping, my boy. You ain't dropping, my boy. He had gross, whole mouth was gold. So the only thing I could really see, because like, I'm trying to tell y'all, this man was matte black. I saw the dreads, his eyes, gold in his mouth, bro. So I'm thinking this is some demon that just saved me. Little did I know it was a guardian angel. He has me, takes $1 out his pocket. So think about the strength on this man, because not only did he caught me with 2 arms, kept me up with 1, reached into his pocket, he took $1 out, and in hindsight, I'm thinking that was nasty as hell, because he could have really, my skin's not like, I don't have like snake skin, right? Like I will definitely break out, you wipe a nasty dollar on my forehead, but he did. He took $1 out, wiped it across my forehead, wiped the sweat off my brow with that dollar, threw it, and you just saw it right on her booty, and the $'s jumping with it, and he rose me back up into it. I hit it with the cross arms. I had to.
Boy.
I came back into it. $' and me vibing on it. And I never left, bro. I mean, let's clap it up for him right there. He really salvaged my night. That could have been really bad, y'all. I could have been concussed. That's how far that fall was. I was really about to lose my whole life, and he saved me. I mean, it was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. I mean, I don't know him now. That's not true. It was not a friendship. But I dapped him up after, like, bro, you saved my life. He kept me there for about 2 more songs. I was really working. Very, very good night. And night ended horrible, though. We ended up going back to the car, and a homeless dude had fished out the money out of our slot, so we got booted. And they scratched Christian's car up. Shout out to Christian. But yeah. Oh, hold up. No, I'm about to do like a decent outro. Look, appreciate you guys watching my videos. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever else on YouTube. Do all that. If you're watching this on Instagram, let me get close and personal with you real quick. If you're watching this on Instagram, go watch it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Go run my numbers up on YouTube. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I need you to do. Go ahead and look out for your boy like that. But I'll see you guys.